What's up, y'all? Welcome to the School of Divine Magic. So I want to get into the discussion. I have the diagram right here. Let me go ahead and upload it. So I wanted to show you guys how your conscious mind works when you're doing magic, right? And so this diagram, let me get into where the diagram comes from. I got it saved on my phone. This diagram, it comes from Black Magic Evocation of the Shemhem Mefarish. So if you get this book or whatever, you'll see that where the energy is coming from when people are saying that they get the energy, they pull it from the higher consciousness, which is the angels. If you see Keter right here at the top, that means that you're pulling down energy from higher conscious, from Keter, from what we like to think of it as the heavens. We pulling the energy down. So that's what happens. And so you see that Keter is connected to your angelic. That's your angelic side. That's your angelic magic, which is considered super consciousness, super ego, right? Which is a good thing, right? When you're super conscious. So when it comes to the conscious mind and pulling the energy from below, which we would consider the demonic energy. But a lot of people not understanding that demonic energy is really your shadow self. It's your subconscious. It's your ego. It's your false identity. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's where that energy is coming from. So I got a funny little story time that kind of go into this. Is I have an aunt. I'm not going to say on which side of the family she on, because I don't want nobody to know who I'm talking about. But she actually was, whispered about amongst the other family members because she was like a witch. She was considered a witch, right? And so I would hear the other families, they wouldn't say it to her face. You feel what I'm saying? But I would hear the other family members like, oh, she'll pull a demon out of the ground on you. We don't play with her. But they didn't understand, they didn't have the language for what she was doing, meaning that she is able to raise up energy. So it's just basically a difference in being able to pull down the energy and raise up the energy. That's why we say as above, so below. So it's kind of funny thinking back that, me being a kid, I didn't know what they was talking about, right? So now that I reflect on it after I got deeper, in my spirituality, I understood what they were saying. They was like, basically, don't mess with her because she knows how to raise that energy up. She works in the shadows. You feel me? That's what they call working in the shadows. That's what they call the dark arts, the black magic. They know how to raise up that energy. And anybody that knows about black magicians and dark arts, black witches and stuff like that, they know that they're about action, because when you work with the subconscious, the shadow, the demonic, aka the demonic forces, are fallen gods, ancient gods. It's all about action based. It may seem like thaumaturgy, but you don't get it misconstrued, because it can seem like it's thaumaturgy, but it's also theurgy, because you got to remember, as above, so below. Just like we commune with the angels, people actually commune with the demonic energy, the demonic frequencies, the ancient gods, the fallen gods. So people actually do that as well. So that's why a lot of people be ignorant when it comes to the study of spirituality, because they don't know that these forces, you know what I'm saying, they're not harmful, because if you look at it, it's in your conscious mind. It's in your consciousness. That's why they say as above, so below. It's in your mind. And I think I have another video where I said that, like, all of this is archetypes in your mind. So it's what you choose to work with in your mind. But a lot of people don't even remember this factor. Just like, okay, the Shemhem Mefarish, right? You have 72, angels, and they consider Damon Brand book, they 72 angels of magic. So if you understand that you got 72 angels, you also got the Goetia, 72 demons. That's what makes you, when you integrate your angel side, your angelic side with your demonic side, that's what makes you 144,000. See, I'm 144,000 because I'm very self-aware that we have these aspects, we have these archetypes in our consciousness. So when you catch people that's asleep, they don't understand what you're talking about, or a lot of times people think that you're satanic, or you this, you that, and they don't even know that you're ignorant. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're getting mad at someone because you in a low frequency and you don't really understand the realm of spirituality. You don't understand psychology. You don't understand your reality. You don't understand how the world works, period, in general. But let me put another diagram up. See, this shows you right here. And so the serpent's path, when you get into knowing that it's a tree of life and then there's a tree of death or whatever, you start understanding that, you know what I'm saying, this is all working in tandem. That's why you want to become fully integrated. You want to become fully integrated with yourself. When you can integrate your below with your above, you gonna be one bad mama jamma. You gonna be one bad master, and that's what it's all about. Especially if you carry both traits heavily, because it's some of us, we carry both of those aspects so heavily that we are our own breed of people. We are 1% of the nation because we carry that. Don't get me wrong, everybody got a dark and a light side, but I'm talking about a person that, when I had already said in one of my other videos, is a person that has angelic, celestial origins and demonic origins, but they don't know what it is, or they don't know what they are, and they don't know what to call themselves. So it's a lot of people like that out there. I had did a video on that. If you want to go look it up, I think I put up there like you are angelic daemon or something like that. It's on the TikTok or whatever when you look that up. But let me get into the other diagram. So this diagram shows you how you work both trees. Now most people gonna tell you, because the tree of death is considered like the clipper, right? It's considered a clipper. So most people gonna tell you just work the tree of life path. But what people don't know is, and I started learning this, that you be in a clipper anyway. So a lot of people be scared of the clipper, but you already be in the clip. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the thing. You don't need to be scared of no clip off when you already there. You know what I'm saying? Because, and the clip off can be when you in these bad situations, these unpleasant situations, and it could seem like suffering, but you know suffering is for you, you know what I'm saying, to gain wisdom and knowledge. So that's a different topic, another story for another day. I just want to share my thoughts on this subject, because a lot of people don't know when people are working the shadows, what they're really doing. They're really raising up energy, and they really getting the results because their power lies in the shadows. Just like if you meet a person that they of the light, because I met some witches that's of the light, and man, when I tell you, everything is in the light for real. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Angels, everything, and you can feel their aura. But you also know somebody that work in the shadows, you can feel their aura too. But it's not bad. It's just more that they're protected by whatever they're working with. Either you protected by the higher aspects, the angelic aspects, or you could be protected by the demonic forces, which is the shadows. You feel what I'm saying? You could be protected. Just like you hear a lot of people like they protected, you know, by the underworld, even though we call it the underworld. But I like saying thonic, because I like the word thonic, you know what I'm saying? But the underworld, the thonic world, I feel like you know, we kind of equate it to hell. But I was looking it up. It's different than hell. You feel what I'm saying? It's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? But if you look in the Bible, like they had Sheol, you know, you got Hades. But we all just call it the same thing. Hell, Sheol, Hades. You know what I'm saying? Underworld, chthonic world. You know, we all call it the same thing. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. I don't know if it's making sense, but it's like a rant or whatever. But like I always say, as we remain infinite in the finite, Ashe.